Hi, this is Stan. This is my new key. It's a semi-automatic Morse key called a bug, and it's made by Tom Devoe here in the U.S., KN4YB, and it's a beauty. It's a small footprint, a marvelous key, and it's on my desk with the straight key. I'm trying to get my radio contacts from the straight key over to the bug. It's a work in progress. And I know these can seem intimidating. They're not as invisible as a keyer and the electronic equipment. Nothing against electrons, but I can't really see them do their work. So there's something fascinating about these mechanical devices where I can see the laws of physics in action. But before we go into too many more details, let's back up and start at the beginning. Well, that's been dropped at least once. Very well packed, huh? These paddles are very smooth. They're beautiful, great feeling. They're bolted through here to the main rod. But the way my hand naturally falls on paddles like these, my fingers are touching these, and I'd rather not have that. I think what I'm going to do is replace these with some screws. These are nicely threaded 832s, so I'm going to remove these and replace it with some stainless steel screws and maybe widen it just a bit with a couple of washers, and then we will countersink the outside hole on these paddles. There we go. That fits my hand a lot better. I guess I crowd the key a little bit. I like that. Nice and smooth. These are beautifully made, so be very careful if you're ever to try and drill them out that you don't put too much pressure and crack them. They're all rounded and smooth on the edge. These are not a stamped out piece of plastic. These are very well done and they feel great in the hand. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the bug. It's got these big mushy rubber feet. You can take one of the Allen wrenches supplied with the bug and you can adjust those. So for me, my desk is an old wooden top and it's not exactly level. The other thing I had to do is I had to disconnect, I'm guessing this is a little capacitor, I had to disconnect that because it was mushing the dits and the DOS together a little bit because I have an electronic keyer hooked up into my circuit as well. It's a really small footprint on my desk, which is great for me. I have a pretty small space here. Look at it compared to the size of my vintage SpeedX bug. Well, let me point out a couple of details, and then I'd better let you go before things get too long here. The thick, heavy base has got a crinkle finish on it. This is all a nickel finish on the metal. It comes with sliding weights, of course, but also with an extension rod so you can slow it way down. This is not as slow as this will go. And as you're moving weights in and off the rod here, this rotates so that you can move the weights in and out. And then it has one interesting feature. This lever here takes some of the damping out of the spring so that you don't have to jam a piece of foam or something else inside there. That is the case, I know, with my vintage bug and with a lot of bugs. So, awesome job, Tom Devoe. Thanks so much for this fantastic bug. KN4YB, look him up on QRZ. He's got more keys than this, however. This is just one of his designs, and some of them are quite innovative. So check him out, QRZ, KN4YB. Thanks so much for watching.